There are two things in life which are the most important. The first is birth, and the second is death. Everything else is trivia. But the first has already happened. Now nothing can be done about it. But the second has not happened yet, but can happen any moment. Hence, those who are alert will prepare. They will prepare for death. Nothing can be done about birth. But much can be done about death. But people don't even think about death. They avoid the very subject. It is not thought to be polite to talk about it. Even if we refer about death, we refer in roundabout ways. If somebody dies, we don't say that he has died. We say God has called him. That God loved him so much. That whomsoever God loves, he calls earlier. That he has gone to heaven. That he has moved to the other world. That he has not died, only the body has fallen back to the earth. But the soul is immortal. Have you ever heard anybody as going to hell? Everybody goes to heaven. We are so afraid of death. We try to make it as beautiful as possible. We decorate it. We talk beautiful words about it. We try to avoid the facts. But Buddha insists again and again. His whole life, after his enlightenment, for 42 years continuously, he was talking morning, evening, day in, day out, year in, year out about death. Why? Many people think that he is a pessimist. He is not. He is neither optimist nor pessimist. He is a realist. He is very pragmatic. He means business because he knows only one thing is left for you about which something can be done and should be done, and that is death. And remember, it is not a simple phenomenon that you die and you go to heaven. It is a very complex phenomenon, more complex than life itself. Mrs. O'Hara, a widow of some 5 years, went to visit a famous medium, thinking she might contact her late husband, Mike. The medium assured her that every effort would be made and that they would hold a séance that very evening. Several believers gathered around the table, and the medium ordered that the lights be dimmed and that everyone at the table join hands. A hush fell over the room, and the medium called the name Mike O'Hara over and over again. Suddenly, a strange calm seemed to permeate the room, and a distant voice, faint at first, but growing stronger and stronger, cried, "I am Mike O'Hara. Who is it who calls my spirit forth?" The medium replied that it was indeed his own wife who called upon him, and that Mrs. O'Hara wished to speak to him. The spirit replied that he would speak to his wife. "Mike," said Mrs. O'Hara, "are you all right?" "Yes," he replied, "I am all right." "Tell me, are you happy there?" "Yes, I am happy here." "Are you happier there than you were on earth with me?" "Yes," replied the spirit, "I am much happier here than I was on earth with you." Mrs. O'Hara seemed a bit shaken, but she had one last question. "Tell me, my husband, what is it like there? What is heaven really like?" "Don't be absurd, woman," roared the truthful spirit. "Whatever made you think I was in heaven?" Even hell will look like heaven in the beginning, because you have created a bigger hell on the earth. You are living in such misery, in such hell on earth of your own creation, that when you enter into hell, if there is any hell, you will find great relief in the beginning. It will be only later on that you will come to understand that this is hell. But we talk about everybody who dies, that he has gone to heaven, that he has become beloved of God, that God has chosen him, called him forth. Ways of avoiding death. But Buddha talks continuously about death. His first sutra is, "You are as the yellow leaf." Yellow leaf represents death. Any moment it is going to fall down, dust unto dust. Any moment, and death is going to possess you. Tomorrow may never come. Even the next moment is not certain. This is the only moment you can be certain of. Next moment, you may not be here. What are you doing to prepare for that great journey into the unknown? You are as the yellow leaf. The messengers of death are at hand. You are to travel far away. It is a long journey, long, long journey. Because whatsoever you know will be left behind. Your friends, your family, your money, your power, your prestige, all will be left behind. You will be going all alone. Even your body will be left behind. You will not be able to recognize your own face because you don't know what is your original face. You know only the bodily face. That too you know through the medium of the mirror. You have not encountered your reality. You have not gone into your inner being. You have not seen yourself. You don't know who you are. All the friends gone, family, money, power, prestige, body. Will you be able to recognize even that it is you? You will be simply in a chaos. Buddha asks you, what will you take with you? Tomorrow is death. You are like the yellow leaf. Next moment is the death. What will you take with you? Have you earned anything that you can take with you? If you have not earned anything, then your life has been a sheer wastage. You may have accumulated much wealth. You may have become very famous, but all that is futile. You cannot take it with you. Your degrees, your titles, your awards, all will be left behind. You will be going utterly alone. Is there something which you can take with you? There is only one thing which you can take with you, and that is true wealth. Buddha calls it meditation, awareness, watchfulness, mindfulness, consciousness. If you become more and more conscious, you can take that consciousness with you. But you are living a very unconscious life. Your whole life is mechanical. You simply go on repeating. You are not really living. You are being lived by unconscious desires. Buddha says, meditation is the only wealth because you can take it beyond death. In fact, he says this is the criterion. If something can be taken beyond death, it is true wealth. If it cannot be taken beyond death, it is untrue wealth. It is a deception. And not only that you are deceiving others, you are deceiving yourself. And when death will knock at your door, you will weep, you will cry. But then nothing can be done.